Michael.
That sounds like self-hatred and justification of white supremacy. And let me just say this, because this Congresswoman is a wonderful human being, but when you disrespect Kamala Harris by saying you will call her whatever you want, I know you don't intend it to be that way. That's the history and legacy of white disregard for the humanity of black people.
Oh, so now you're calling me racist.
I didn't say. I just said you weren't a
BS.
racist.
That is complete
No, you don't have to intend racism to accomplish
you are intending that
Your
I'm
disrespect
racist,
of Kamala
and
Harris
that
is part and parcel of a tradition
wrong.
of disrespect.
It's offensive,
Congresswoman,
and it's
why can't you just?
offensive.
I'm not calling you a racist. I'm telling you what the practice is racist.
You are. You absolutely are.
Let me get in here.
No, what's disgusting is your disrespect of her.
Professor.
This gentleman said, I didn't know her name. He's trying to do it.
Is her disrespect of women. She doesn't know what a woman is. And if 25 years ago,
white women don't have the ability to tell black women who paid the price of blood to make this country what it is, to tell them they're not real women.
25
they
years
care
ago,
for your babies
25 years ago, I became the first woman to graduate from the Citadel, the Military College of South Carolina. I fought my way through it.
So pronounce her name right.
Let me actually
pronounce her name right.
Kamala Harris, if
Kamala,
I were a man,
you said
I will
we don't
say
call you Nancy
anything
Mace.
I want.
It's
Come on,
Kamala.
it's
You're
Kamala.
doing this on purpose, Congresswoman.
That's disrespectful.
Just a second.
You can't expect people to
If
respect
a
your
man
service
put on
if
a
you don't
skirt
respect
and walked
her.
that stage 25 years ago, she
You're a
would have
white
said
woman
it. She would have
disrespecting a
taken
black
that
woman. That is
achievement away from
problematic.
women.
Professor
That's
Dyson, let me get in
disgusting.
here because I want to play one more bit.
This is exhausting. Like this fake racism stuff, this bit, like you saw it from the intro, right? I don't even say Kamala Harris's name right. Kamala. I don't know how to say her name either. And the funny part is, I think Kamala is an Indian name. So I understand how these guys are taking a racist connotation, right? We still don't know her origin yet, her Kamala Harris's origin story. But you see this guy, he's supposed to be some intellectual scholar. I forgot his name already. But I never respected that dude. I have a hard time like, yo, how you can use racism to justify racism? All this black woman who killed blood, sweat, and tears. They ain't alive today. Most of them ain't alive today. So every black person born right now is more privileged than the black people born in the past. Because you didn't shed no blood and sweat or tears to have those voting rights that you have right now. Those things were handed down to you. You were inherited. Those privileges was given to you by those who came before you. And now you want to act like that's still the case today and using it to justify and shield against her criticism of your candidate, Kamala Harris. I'm tired of these emotional liberals using fake racism. And I'm going to show you a video why this fake racism gets it gets utilized a lot by these emotional liberals is because they were reliant on this thing called the Shelby Steele calls white guilt and the identity of innocence. They take this position that as you as a white person, based on the color of your skin, this is why I say this guy's a racist. Based on the color of her skin, she has to prove her innocence. She has to prove what she didn't intend it to be racist. And last time I checked, humans suck at judging people's intentions. So he is projecting onto her a racism that she did not intend because he doesn't have any actual proof. Racism used to be you have to actions prove you're a racist. Now these people are trying to use words as racist, and it's all rely on this concept of white guilt, which a lot of these scholarly liberals use as an attack line against white people who tend to disagree with them. This is why they're so threatened by black conservatives. This is why they're so threatened by minority conservatives, because they can't play the same game. They can't play this little playbook, this attack line on minority conservatives. This is why they have such a tough time. This is why they try to label them, you ain't black, you ain't ish, you ain't this, you ain't that. Because they're trying to prove, you're trying to perform, you're trying to act white. There's no such thing as acting white. Because I am always going to be black. It doesn't matter. If I have an Android, you're trying to act white, you got an Android. You're trying to act white, you vote Republican. Like think of these people, bro. I swear. These are some of the most emotional people I ever met in my life. You see how mad they was getting over someone mispronouncing their name. My son has a kind of a unique name. People mispronounce it all the time. Like, grow thick skin. I'm tired of this victim mentality. They're looking for reasons to be offended. This is the concept of white guilt. Black people looking at what white people say to find an opportunity to be offended by it. And they all jumped at the chance. You saw it, they derailed that entire conversation. I don't even know what they're talking about. But I'm supposed to believe y'all voting for Kamala Harris for good reasons. I'm done. Let's get into the video.
You specialize in the study of race relation, multiculturalism, affirmative action. You hold a PhD in English from the University of Utah, an MA in sociology from Southern Illinois University, a BA in political science from Coe College, Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Your latest book, it's a great book too, is Shame: How America's Past Sins Have Polarized Our Country.
White guilt is the terror of being seen as a racist, as a bigot, that now pervades American life. All our social policy, our culture, everything is touched by this anxiety in most of white America, understandably, given America's history, that they're vulnerable. They have this vulnerability to being disarmed of moral authority by being called a racist.
And this is the game of the black liberal. That's what they were trying to do to Nancy Mace in that discussion, right? And it's these black liberal scholars that tend to do it. Those who are professors of African studies. And in a way, it's a way to defend their little hustle here. And this is why we call them race hustlers. Yo, you're using your race as an alibi. You're using race as an alibi in general. Oh, you have to prove your innocence because you're a white person saying something negative about black people, even if what you're saying is actually objectively true. Hey, black men disproportionately commit amount of the crime. That's why they're in jail. Oh my God, that sounded racist. You're giving arguments. You're arming racist people to be racist towards black men. No, I'm just pointing out the truth. And this is the little silly games that they're playing that is derailing our politics, our political discussions. This is why I say identity politics was the worst thing that ever happened in our public discussion, in the public sphere. Because now you got people, emotional people, who don't got any arguments, who don't have any data to suggest anything, that use it as a shield to protect themselves from scrutiny. How can you vote for Kamala Harris when she doesn't even know what a woman is? Oh my God, I'll say her name like unsubstantive stuff that's not going to do anything to anybody. Vivek Ramaswamy had his name mispronounced the entire way during his campaign for president, and all he did was correct them. He didn't expect people to know his name off the bat. But all of a sudden, we're supposed to be offended on behalf of Kamala Harris. Get out of here. Pejorative crap. I'm tired of it. This is why I say emotionalism needs to get out of politics. Because nothing gets done with your feelings. Those black men in there, they made themselves look silly. And they're supposed to be scholars? I forgot the guy's name, the Dyson guy. He's supposed to be a scholar? I'm tired of this retarded crap. Like, yeah, we got to stop it. And this is the game. Emotional messaging. No logic, no practicality, no rationality whatsoever. And then the argument that can come in the comment section is, oh, can you talking white? Oh, you're doing performative whiteness. I don't know what the hell that is. I'm doing actions that benefit me. I live in an English-speaking country. Therefore, if I want to have as much opportunities as possible, I need to learn standard English, period. There's studies that show that there's a correlation between how adept you are at the country's language, official language, and your economic opportunities. This is why Hispanics have a hard time increasing their income, because their opportunities are limited in small areas because they do not learn English. So they have more limited economic opportunities. Because if you're going to an English-speaking country, most of the jobs will require English as a language. And if you can't comprehend English well, you'll be less effective at those jobs and you'll be less competitive for those jobs. But certain areas where, like if you look Little Havana, Hialeah Gardens, those areas are predominantly Hispanic, so you can get away with their speaking only Spanish, but your opportunities are only limited in that area. But white guilt, all this, racism, systematic, like you're distracting yourselves from looking at yourself and saying, hey, I'm displaying actions and behaviors that's not giving me a good outcome. Because if acting black gave you good outcomes in society, black people will be the most successful people. Asians don't act like white people, and look how successful they are. Indians don't act like white people, and look how successful they are. Bunch of crap. When people try to link their culture with their race, I always found it as a garbage ass argument. So you're saying I'm not black because I don't act like a stereotypical or was expected of me to act? Make it make sense. And they wonder why black people are behind. It's not because of white supremacy. I'll tell you that.
I can use it as a weapon. I can say, you know, I went on a Levin show. Let me tell you the way I was treated. And it explodes. So it constitutes, that is black power. White guilt is black power. They're virtually one and the same. And one of the big problems we have is that you talk about universities and political correctness and so forth. These are all ways in which white Americans say, I'm innocent. I don't feel this way. I'm not a bigot. I'm not a racist. I'm innocent. And their white guilt causes this drive to prove and establish innocence. And so then we have a whole generation of black leaders who do one thing and one thing only: milk white guilt.
Isn't that what the Dyson guy did in that interview? Piggybacking off the struggles of past generations of black people to justify his ignorance, his racism, his condemnation of Nancy Mace because she said a name wrong. When a black person say a name wrong, just say it right. When a white person say a name wrong, you're a racist because you don't know how to pronounce other names. That's not a traditionally English name, even though you're born in America where the official language is English. But we have to be so accommodating. We can't love ourselves. But black people can be proud about being black, but white people can't be proud about being white because of white supremacy. What garbage is this? Show me how white supremacy is helping benefiting white people when white people are the majority of homeless people, majority of poor people in this country. Tell me how it's white privilege when Indians, Asians, people of Asian from the Asians history, Asian heritage have a higher average income than white America, but black people keep looking at white America. Who's the real racist here? There's other groups of people, other races of people in this country, but black people only want to focus on white America. And white America is like what? Maybe number 12 on the board of who has the highest average income in this country by race, by ethnicity. Even black immigrants perform better than African Americans, but here they are. Racism, white supremacy. It makes you guys look like you're just making excuses. This is why a lot of people don't have much respect for the black community. This is why a lot of people don't take the black community very seriously. Because y'all are some very emotional people, and then people see this as emotional blackmail. You're trying to gaslight people because you don't have an argument. And how sad it is that the only way you have power is if it's relying on how other people perceive you. Because if white people didn't feel guilty about their skin color, you will not even be able to play this card. But I'm supposed to believe America's a racist country. This argument really only works on white liberals, because white liberals, there's stats that shows this, white liberals have a negative bias against their own group of people. And the black community, this black power-ish, they don't realize that white liberals use black people as a way of going at the people they hate, other white people. So you're just a pawn in their little game. But you don't see it because you think you have power. White guilt is black power. But that's dependency. That's not power. Power just is. You don't have any leverage in this situation because the minute white people don't feel guilty about you anymore, feel guilty about being perceived as racist anymore, you lose all your power. So did you ever have power in the first place? No. You only have power as so far as you make white liberals feel like they're your saviors, they're your buddy, they're your friend. This is the crap I'm talking about. But black liberals, they keep pushing it, and then they want to pretend that they're pro-black. Somehow they're for the people. No, you for Democrats. Just be honest about it. Advocate for your side, advocate for their policies, so what? We don't care. But when you start trying to leverage shaming language, trying to attack people based on the color of their skin, you're a hypocrite. You're a divider in chief. And I don't understand how we continue tolerating these tactics from these people. But I digress. That was a good video by Sherby Steele. I'll leave the link in the description in the video below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate you guys watching it in the video. And let me know your thoughts about it. Do you perceive what the guy in the intro did as racist? Yes or no? I'd like to hear your thoughts in the comment section. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Peace.